Welcome back to Mars Bargain Basement. In today's video, I'm going to show you the rest of the items that I sourced at the estate sale. And then I'm going to talk about our next steps and what we do from here. It's going to be an interesting time, so stay tuned. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. It's a lot of items we have to go through a short period of time, so I want to try to go through them as quickly as possible. Didn't realize exactly how many items I purchased, but apparently it was quite a number. So that's a good thing. Reselling, it's always have good inventory. It's always good to have a great mix of inventory. After this weekend, I definitely have a great mix of different items for my inventory. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So Rebel from Rebel Reseller, she sells a lot of plushies. I think in her last video she mentioned she had 6,000 on her site, which is it's a crazy amount. Anyway, so following her footsteps a little bit, I've decided to go ahead and purchase a few plushies for myself. They were pretty inexpensive. I don't think any of them were more than $1.50. So I'll put them out there and we'll see what happens. If they don't sell in a couple of months, there's always a yard sale. So this little cute bear here, London bear, got him for 50 cents. Probably sell this little guy for, I don't know, $8, $9 maybe. Cute. So if you like London, the one of a cute bear, email me. My email is in the link below. And yeah, this is cute. Next item is a little dog, really good for Valentine's Day. There's a $1 price tag on it. Of course, 50% off is 50 cents. So you put a little love letter in there, or a little card with some roses to the love of your life, and it's just cute. It's cute all the way around. It's a cute little bear. Manatee. I saw this and I thought, not really sure, but it was 50 cents. It has a Gans tag. I think that's how you say that. And I thought it was a good buy. We'll see what happens. Have a green bird. And I did some research on this. So it's a Kohl's Cares for kids. And this item is Dr. Seuss, from a Dr. Seuss book. So the comps on this are about $9, between $9 and $12. I think I paid for this one. This one's actually a little more than the others. It was about $7. So yeah, a good little find. I want to say it wrong. Walrus. This little guy was 50 cents, and on eBay it's selling for about $8 to $12. So another good find. When you go out to auctions or to estate sales, wherever you go to purchase your items, it seems like it might be a good idea to pick up some stuffed animals. So this little guy, he actually dances. He needs new batteries. I'll put him in there. So got it for $2. We'll sell it on eBay probably for $7 to $9. This item's interesting. I have to unplug him here. So on the screen is a picture screen, and there's a cord, USB cord, allows you to update the pictures on the screen. When I purchased it, it didn't have the cables that I needed. So guess what? The wire box that I purchased from the last video had the cable in it that I needed, and it works perfectly for this little guy, and you're able to update pictures. So for $1.50, not a bad deal. Probably $10, $15 on eBay maybe. I'll have to check the comps, but with the picture screen, I'm sure it's a little more than just a normal stuffed animal. Finally, the stuffed animal category, I found University of Florida gator. I think his name's Albert. So this little item, not exactly sure when it was made, but anyway, he has a music box inside. I took it out. It was a little corroded. I cleaned it up a little bit. And now a little stuffed animal that costs 50 cents, I can probably now sell for $15, $20, all because it now makes the fight song. So yeah, so fixing little items like this can actually increase the value of some of the products that you source. So if you know how to remove corrosion from battery terminals, or you know how to fix, let's say, computers or electronics, it'll benefit you in the future when you buy your items. So if you know anyone who is a University of Florida fan, go Gators, just hit me up. Let's see if we can get this little guy sold. All right. Speaking of University of Florida, the person that had this estate apparently liked the University of Florida. So I'm not exactly sure what this is called. You put your hands in it and you can make the chomping motion. So I guess when I list it, I'll probably call it chomping gator. Not really sure. So this was a $3 find, and University of Florida fans, hit me up. I've got a little something. On those lines, speaking of University of Florida, one more, I was able to acquire some University of Florida Gator canisters. There are 2. I paid $10 for both. I've seen comps online for $30, so pretty decent find, I think. This estate sale, again, I know I used the word phenomenal so many times, but it truly was a phenomenal estate sale. For a person who doesn't go to a estate sale for sourcing, I had a fantastic time. I know you're probably tired of hearing about it, but wow, it was just amazing. Let's jump into some other items here. So, GameStop wireless controller for PS2. They had $2 on this, and I can sell this online for $15 to $20. Other things I picked up were in the game category, chessboard. This has all the pieces to it. I think I paid $2.50 for it. Also, there was a chess teacher set. So this one has pieces where it will show you how to move. It will show you what the official moves are for each chess piece. I believe this one was $5 for the set. I've opened it up. All but one bag has been sealed, or is sealed, has not been opened. Everything seems to be there. I will either attempt to sell this on eBay or maybe through Facebook Marketplace. Haven't decided where quite yet. Sealed, in the box, screen test, Stranger Things, season 1 and 2. It's a game. Price tag, $15, so I paid $7.50 for this. If I remember correctly, I believe it's selling for anywhere to $12 to $15 online, I believe. So I will either sell this online, or since I'm going to the comic book store later this week with a couple of other games I have, I might take this with me and see what they might offer. Another sealed item, Puzzle 3D. This is Notre Dame. This was $7.50. I believe online it's selling anywhere between $12 and $15. Might be a little bit more than that. Haven't really looked into it much. I'm just trying to get these items into the staging area where I can list them and get them online, so I'll do more comps as time passes. Another sealed item is the Laser X. 2 guns, 2 items that go on your chest so you see if you've been hit or not. I'm not so sure what they're called, but $10 for this. Another cool item that I was able to find is this Crayola Trace and Draw Project. I believe, yes, it was $25, and then 50% off. It's $12.50. This is brand new. The box is a little dented on one side, but everything inside is still wrapped. It has not been taken out. I will probably sell this on Facebook Marketplace because of the size, and probably ask for the price that they were asking for it. So I'll probably ask 25. And interesting find is a dual wireless microphone set. This is brand new in the box. It has not been opened. Everything's still in plastic. $20 online. It's selling for $60. I will more likely sell for $50 and make a quick flip out of it. And I think I've talked about this before. I do this part time. This is just my hobby. It's not something I do full time. I don't pay my bills with eBay. It's part time for something to do, so I stay out of trouble. I spend probably about, I don't know, let's say 10, 15 hours a week doing it. I enjoy sourcing. I enjoy working the business with my kids. It's just something I just enjoy doing. Again, it keeps me out of trouble. It keeps me busy, and it generates extra income. So it's really nice. Yeah, it's just something I enjoy doing, and I can't talk enough about it. So with this little fellow, 25 cents I think is what I paid for him. The reason I bought him is he's electronic. He talks, and once I replace the batteries, it should get him working again. So I should be able at a yard sale to get $2 in $2 to $5 within working condition. Another interesting story is I found a pair of Bose headphones upstairs. I paid $1.50 for the headphones, and my sister was downstairs, and when I was checking out, she saw that I bought the Bose headset, and she's like, "Oh, I know where the case is." So she runs over to where the case was, which was in the living room. The headsets were in a bedroom upstairs, and she acquired it. And she goes, "Oh, here's the case," which, you would think the case would be near the item, but it was not. Again, this happened a lot at the sale. It was just crazy the way it was set up, but it was still a great sale. On those lines, have a singing machine. Oh, and I think I gave the price for the headsets. So I have a singing machine. This machine, they had $35, $17.50 after 50% off. So the machine was in one location. The wireless controller that you need for the microphone was in another location, and then the microphone itself was in a third location. So I had to go to 3 different locations to find every single item that I needed for the karaoke machine. And while doing that, so when I was in an area and I was looking for microphones for the karaoke machine, I just grabbed every single microphone they had. I know they're probably going to charge $1 for a microphone, which they did. And so I just grabbed it. So, you can never have too many microphones because you never know when you're out and you might find another karaoke machine that they don't have the microphone for. So I now have microphones for karaoke machines. I have a speaker system at home that I can use, and now I have an extra microphone for that. So speaking of microphones, so here are the mini microphones. I found 2 wired microphones and 1 wireless, which I have yet to test them out, but I'm pretty sure they work because everything that I got from the sale is in working condition. So I will test those out. But also along the lines, and by the way, it was $1 per microphone. Oh, sorry, 50 cents because it was 50% off. So 50 cents per microphone. Along those lines of microphones, I found this little beauty. So this is a JBL wireless microphone. This microphone on eBay sells for $60. I paid 50 cents. So I know through my videos, you know, I talk about how much I paid and how much eBay is selling for. And it seems like everything I purchased, I will be getting a huge profit on these items. And for this particular sale, it's right. I will get a huge profit for the items that I'm selling. Does that always happen? No. There's been plenty of times when I purchase something and I think I'm going to make a great profit off of it, and I end up making $1, maybe less than that. Sometimes I end up having a loss than I do making a profit. But for this particular sale, definitely looking at some profit. And so I know a minute ago I mentioned the having items in one place and then having the other part of the item somewhere else. So I purchased a few things where I needed some remote controls. The items I purchased were downstairs and the remotes were upstairs. So after I purchased the items downstairs, I didn't know what remotes I needed. So I went to the remote location and I bought every remote they had because I wasn't sure which remote went to what. So I have, it seems like every single remote known to man in my hands. I paid 50 cents for each remote, and I have 3 here, 5, 7. So I have 10 remotes total that I purchased while I was there. Some are old. Actually, it's kind of interesting because this is a Toshiba remote, and they had a Toshiba VCR, which was sitting there, and I should have gotten it, but I didn't know where the remote was, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go searching for it. But lo and behold, I now have the remote and do not have the VCR. So this particular estate sale, I know they donate a lot of their items to Goodwill that don't sell. I will more than likely call them and ask them where they donate, and I will find that VCR and either give them the remote to the VCR or purchase the VCR, whichever. We'll have to see how much they're asking for it. But remotes online sell for about $8 to $10. So each one was 50 cents. Make about $7 profit after fees. That's not a bad haul. If you have 10, that's $70 right there. So the purpose of purchasing all the remotes was because I had some items. So I have a Samsung DVD player, $10. 1080p, looks like it's in really good condition. I have not tested it yet, but it will be tested here later today or tomorrow. And I'll go ahead and make sure everything works. I'll put a DVD in there, a couple of DVDs, and test them and make sure everything works okay. This is an audio, this is a Sony audio video, let's try this again. It's a Sony audio video controller. They were not willing to sell the speakers with this, which I don't understand. The speakers were attached to the wall, but they would not sell them. They did have a subwoofer for it, but they were asking way too much for the subwoofer for this. So this is $22.50 is what I paid for this. Online, it's selling for $60, $70. Which, you know, I thought it was really weird. I actually wanted to buy the whole system. I wanted to buy the controller. I wanted to buy the subwoofer. I wanted to buy the speakers on the wall, but they wouldn't sell me the speakers. It was the strangest thing, but you know, you can't win them all. And I'm down to my last pile. I know you guys are saying, "Oh my gosh, thank goodness!" So my last pile is pretty interesting. I bought ties, and why I bought ties, I'm not sure, other than I like the way they looked. So first tie is a Penn State tie. Not from Penn. I didn't go to Penn State for college, and this particular tie I purchased 50 cents. I should be able to sell it online for $12, $15. And same with for all the other ties. I pay 50 cents for each one, and I should get $12 to $15 per tie online. I found them really interesting. There were a ton of ties there. I did not buy all of them. I just bought the ones that I thought were interesting. I may keep one or two. I don't wear ties that often, but when I do, I know I'll have one available. So, just want to show you what they look like. The last one, I'm not really sure if it's a harbor tie. I have to go and take a look. I say that because the person's room, which these were acquired from, there were some Harvard items in there, and I'm not really sure if this is a Harvard tie or it might be something else. So, speaking of the last parts of the pile, interesting story about these. So, I actually purchased this on the first day of the sale, and the price tag on it was $25. The comps are $70. I looked at it and said, well, I'll buy it for $25. I'll sell it for $50. Quick flip. When I went to go check out, the lady told me that the bags are $5 each. And I mentioned to her that there's a $25 price tag on it, and she said, well, I told you $5, so I have to honor that. Felt kind of bad, but in reality, she kind of got her money back because the price tag of one of these bags fell off on another bag that was full of wires. The original price on the bag full of wires was 50 cents. But since the price tag said $25 on it, she made me pay $25 for the bag, which is fine. I like wires and cables. There were items in there I needed for some others items I purchased anyway, so I was good to go. So I have this particular one in green, and then I have another one that's the same type in red. So $10 investment in 2 bags and $100 to $140 in return. Not bad. I just wiped them down with alcohol and a wipe to make sure to get them cleaned up, and they look pretty good. For the other bags, I've yet to clean them, but I'll take care of that here soon. Another bag, Harvard Summer. It looks like a shoulder bag. I paid $1.50 for this. Probably sell it online anywhere between $10 and $15. An Airwalk, also shoulder bag. Same thing. $1.50. I will probably sell it for $10, $15, and go from there. Last but not least, Game of Thrones backpack. I paid $1 for this. I've seen the comps online for about $15. Again, so what happens now is I will go ahead and comp everything. I will look at what's sold on eBay. I'll look at other places like Facebook Marketplace and see what people are asking. And then I'll start listing. I do not like listing, but it's something that you have to do in order to make the money. So I love sourcing. I love buying the items. If you can see my inventory, I have a ton of stuff. Anywhere from Funko Pops to coloring books. It's just something I don't enjoy because it's a little time consuming and it's not as fun. But if I want to bring the money in, then I need to bite the bullet and actually list. So in an upcoming video, I will show you how I list my items. I will probably look at a few other videos from other people to see how they put in their keywords, because I know it's a big deal for eBay. I normally don't try to put in keywords for people to find. I just put in the description of what it is and let it go and see what happens. But I'm going to start doing things a little more, I guess, better. Like I said, I'm just part-time. This is my hobby. But I want to show you, the viewer, what tips and tricks that you can do to make your items sell a little quicker. I'm going to help you help yourself and make your eBay business as successful as I've made mine. So thank you for your time watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again. Take care.